I love doing these shop tours, man, because I learned so much. There's so much cool equipment whenever people been in the business for a minute, and that's why we do these shop tours, so you can see, man, you don't have to only do lawn maintenance like me. Today I'm in Penn Hills, Pennsylvania to do another shop tour for you. I am gonna be checking out all kinds of trucks, trailers, an indoor shop, and everything. So if you like shop tours, this is a video for you. Let's go. And here he is right here. What's going on with you, bro?
How you doing?
I'm all right. Before we get started, tell everybody what's your name, the name of your company, and what do you specialize in?
I'm Ryan Allen. I am one owner. My father's the other owner and my brother's the other owner. So it's a family-owned business. Our company's called Allen Brothers Landscape and Contracting, LLC. We specialize in basically anything outside. So we do a lot of hardscape, concrete work, walls, landscape design. We do lawn maintenance. We do French drains. We do excavations. Basically anything outside we can get our hands on, we will do, you know.
Nice. All right, well, you know how it goes if you've been watching these shop tours. We're gonna go over the trucks first, then the trailers or anything he got, then we'll go over his equipment and maybe even his office. Let's go. Let's get started with the trucks, bro.
All right, so start over here with this one. This is a 2016 Dodge Ram 2500, mainly used for our grass cutting and everything like that. We also use it just to haul machines around. Some people in our company don't have CDLs. I have my CDL, so most of the time I do all the hauling and everything like that. But yeah, this is one of the trucks. This is our CDL truck. It's a 10-ton, it's a 2007 International 4300 DT 466 motors inside of it. I do a lot of moving machines around with this truck and everything. My brother just showed up. This is my brother, Brandon.
What's going on, bro? How are you?
Good.
Good to see you. Nice to meet you.
He's actually one of the owners of the business and stuff. So this is
two-thirds of the
two-thirds of it. The other one, he's out of town right now. He's enjoying it. This is a 2015 Dodge Ram 3500. This is actually one of our plow trucks, one of our landscape trucks. We use this for the hardscape too. This truck right here is actually the first truck we had when we went into business. It's one of the first trucks. As you could tell, the bed's been a little through it. It's 10 years old. You know, it's 10 years old. But it's made us a lot of money and it's still humping, and I love this truck. Besides the International, this truck right here has the best motor in it and pulls anything you could throw at it.
Anything you could throw at it, like these Salters in the back.
Yes. This is our 2018 Dodge Ram 3500. Same as this one, just has a different bed on it, more of a heavier duty bed, Snow X in the back. And then up there is the plow for it. That's actually a Snow X. I actually really love these plows. So I'm looking into getting another one for that truck and then another one for the 2500 pickup.
What do you like about these plows?
I love this plow because first, they're so heavy duty. They're very, very heavy duty. And then I like getting away from the chains on all the plows. This plow right here, there's no chain for it to pick it up or not. It's a hydraulic cylinder and everything is encased in that plastic piece. So if something would go or something would break, it's a simple, easy fix. Pop a pin out, take two hoses off, get a new cylinder, put it right back in. And then we have one more truck in the back. So back here, this is our 2005 Kodak 5500, another truck that we use a lot for the hardscape side of the business and mulching and everything like that. Been through the ringer, you see the bed, but it's an older truck. I personally love older trucks. Less emissions that you got to deal with, easier to fix on, you know, you can still get parts and everything for it. This is one of the trucks that we use a lot. We load this up and we go. It has an 8.1 gas engine in it and it tows and hauls very well.
How long have you guys been in business? Because you got a lot of stuff we've already seen a lot already. How long have you been in business?
So my father been in business over 35 years. I've been with him for about 10 to 15. My brother been with him longer than that. So my brother been around about 20, 25 years.
Nice.
You know, so we've been growing. We're still growing. You're still growing.
No doubt.
So back here is our trailer yard. Right here is our Mower trailer. It's a 6x12 grass cutting trailer. We use this just for the lawn service. Mondays and Tuesdays we run 2 crews and then we have another crew to finish out the rest of the week. But this is our smaller one. We usually just haul a grandstand with this, 2 lawnmowers or 3 lawnmowers, and they go out and they do the smaller yards and everything like that. This is our Surtrack equipment trailer. It is an 18 by 7 with a dove nose tail on it. This is what I use to haul all of our skid steers, all of our excavators, anything that's heavy, we use it. We put pallets of brick on here. We use this thing for everything, and it holds it very well. Very, very well.
I like it. I see you got the D-rings on there and everything.
Yes, sir.
For the tie downs.
Yeah, I had to, actually when we got this trailer, it didn't have too many D-rings. It only had these 2 up front and then 2 in the back. I had to get extras put on so I could tie down my machines.
Nice. You can always modify things when you buy your own stuff, man. Let's go.
So moving on to our next trailer. This is another Mower trailer. This is a 7 by 16 landscape trailer. Usually what we do with this is we haul 2 grandstands on here, a 36-inch walk behind, and 2 lawnmowers. And then shout out to my man MACK. He hooked me up. He told me where to go, so I got the equipment defender racks for it.
I like it.
We use those for our weed whackers. We usually carry 2 weed whackers, 2 trimmers, and a hedge trimmer on there. We usually carry 2 backpack blowers with us. I do have some things coming in for this trailer. I have the big steel cage that actually sits on this, sits up, and there's a big cage that you can put all your gas cans and blowers and everything in there.
Okay.
I have that coming in, so once that comes in, we're going to get that mounted up on here.
I noticed this hitch is a little different. Mine don't look like that. What's up with
so this is, and I'm not a big fan of it, but it don't bother me that much. This is actually, all the Mower trailers come with this. This is a simple 2-inch ball that you use for this trailer. Usually bigger trailers like this, you use a 2 5/16 ball. But yeah, this is a 2-inch ball, and it's a simple coupler. Literally, you push this in, down, and then you slide a pin right through these 2 holes, and that's it.
Nice.
And then to release, you just, and that's it.
Wow, I've never seen one like that before.
And then we have our box right here. So we put all of our oil, weed whacker string, anything we need for lawnmowers, tools and stuff goes in there. So if something breaks, we have everything in there. We can fix it on site. This trailer right here is one of our original trailers that we have. I literally just converted this over into our hardscape trailer.
Nice.
So for this, as you can see, we got it all wrapped with our logo, mostly everything that we do here. So basically, this trailer only gets moved when we're at a hardscape job. In here, usually we have all of our concrete saws, we have all of our concrete equipment in here, generators, drills, saws, everything usually goes in here that we got to take to a hardscape job, or if we're doing concrete, whatever it is, we usually take it there. It's like a one-stop shop. So I have everything on site. I don't have to run back to the shop to get anything. Everything's in here. We can leave this at the job. We can lock it up. I don't have to haul this stuff back to the shop. I can leave everything there. And in the morning, you guys can get up, go straight over there and head to the job site.
Man, this is fire. You got boulders over here and everything. So they really out here doing big jobs out here.
Yeah, this is from these boulders is from a job that we just did. We did a wall and we had extra, so we just brought them back here and we save them. We use them for things. You know, we use boulders for like landscaping jobs. People like boulders, you know, to beautify their house and everything. So we use that. This is just our extra things that we got. We got Versalock, we got pavers back here. That's actually a fire pit we took out of somebody's house. We got extra buckets back here for our skid steer and our excavator.
What's in this big thing right here?
So this right here, this is actually our salt den. This is where we get our trucks, triaxles. They come in here and they dump our salt. We get it by the truckload. So this is actually just what's remaining of our 4th triaxle this year.
Wow, how many what kind of accounts are you focusing on when you do snow removal?
Snow removal, I only focus on commercial. We used to do residential, but we got out of it just because it's too much trying to get out, trying to get to these people's houses. And commercial is more important to me because it's more money into that, you know?
Yeah.
I don't mind doing residentials, but I prefer not to do it because it's more of a, they're on the back burner, you know, so I'm not getting to them as fast as they want, and I just rather for them to find somebody that actually does all that. I just focus on the commercial things. and handle that.
Yeah, I agree. And also, when you do residential, everybody wants theirs to be done first, man.
Yeah.
And you got people calling you all times of the night. Are you going to be here in the morning? I got to go to work. And it is just a big headache. That's why I decided to try commercial and stick with commercial as well.
Exactly.
So that's
exactly.
fire. I guess you load all your sold on your own?
Yeah, so this is one of our skid steers back here we use to load salt. It's usually not outside, but we just purchased a new piece of equipment a week ago, so I put that in the shop to keep that out the element. And once we get to the shop, I'll have everybody can see that. But this is our S250 skid steer right here. It's an older one, but this thing right here is powerful. It is very, very powerful. It lifts very high. It can dump into a triaxle. I only use this when I'm on jobs that I gotta be on asphalt or concrete driveways. I like to use this because this is a tire machine. It doesn't tear up things too much versus the track machine, and it's not as heavy on the ground as the track machine.
Nice. This thing's fire. All right, so that seems to be everything that's outside. Now we're gonna head inside, show you all of the other equipment that he got in this big building right here. Let's go.
This is one of our garages, our biggest one that we got, and this houses mostly everything that we got. Starting off, this is our T550 skid steer Bobcat. It's a track machine. We use this a lot when we're in mud or in people's yards or just out and about. We use this a lot. I prefer this one because it picks up a lot and it doesn't tip as easy as the one out there. The best thing about this thing is too, it's an enclosed cab. So I have AC in there, I have heat in there. So if it's hot out, I just turn the AC on. I get to sit back and relax, work and everything like that. If it's cold out, turn the heat on, stay warm. So over on this wall, we have all of our oils, things that we need for trucks, things that I use to fix trucks or if I'm changing oils, everything like that. 3 sets of toolboxes. I am an in-house mechanic, so I do all of our brakes, oil changes, everything in-house. If it's something major, we will outsource it out to somebody else to do it. But mainly we do all of our stuff in-house. So we don't have heat in here, but these two things in the wintertime, you put these on, within 30 minutes, it can get up to 60 degrees in here, easy.
Nice.
And it's lovely.
I love it. Tornado heaters and Mr. Heater and Heat Stream.
This back wall has a whole bunch of stuff. So starting out with up top, as you can see, we have our debris loader up there, our billy goat, concrete blankets, burlaps, sprayers that we use for weeds, weed control. We use this one for concrete. Next shelf down, miscellaneous stuff. We have plastics that we use to cover up concrete or cover up jobs that we're doing. Scaffolding that we use for concrete, and we're trying to reach over concrete. We can put that over and walk across it. Next shelf down, we have some bags of concrete that we save, we use if we're fixing something, or if we take out posts, we gotta get back in somebody's house, we use that concrete to fill in the holes, to put the posts back. These right here, these are all concrete stamps. So when we do decorative concrete, if you want like a design on top of your concrete, we use those. So basically it's like a pattern, we put those down. We have a little tamper, we tamp on top of it, and we pull them up and we just keep moving them back until we get off the concrete. Oh. And the other thing is you use a release on top of it. So you could use a color release so the stamps don't stick to the concrete and pull the concrete up.
Wow, I never knew how people did that. I always, you see someone, they got concrete down, but it looks like a brick pattern. And I was like, how in the world do they do that? Now we know.
These two machines, these is old. These are brick splitters. These are the older style, but I do have a newer one that's actually in our trailer that we take to jobs. Climbing gear for trees. We don't do too many trees, but if we need to climb it, I don't mind getting up in the tree. I don't mind climbing it. I get up there, I'll do it, I'll cut it down. So we got extra climbing gear. This is right here is our edger for edging beds out. It works pretty good. Just not a big fan of it. I prefer to do it by hand. You get a better edge with it. You can get a deeper edge with it. So over here, we have extra tires for our grandstands because we are known for going out and getting a flat tire. So you always got to have an extra tire on hand. So if something happens, you can just change it out or take it right up there and get it swapped over. We got all of our chainsaws here. an older blower.
Is that 150 BTU?
Yes.
From Lowe's? Yeah, we all started with that.
Yes, it is.
I like to see these old ones, man. That's where, hey,
Yep.
that's where it always starts.
And it still starts up to this day, and it runs. It's just not as powerful as the newer ones, but it still runs.
Okay, so you got some 9010s?
Yeah, so down here we got two 9010s. One's an Echo, one's a Shidawa. Honestly, I prefer any of those two. They're both the same.
Yeah.
They're both the same. To me, they're made by the same company. You know, you're just paying for a different name, you know.
Yep.
Up there, we have two 8010s. So they're the older models. Those still work. We use those daily. We have a...
Ain't Echo wild for that?
Yes.
Man, they gonna come
Yes.
out with the 8010 and then 9 months later drop the 9010. Like,
Yep.
I was pissed off about that, I ain't gonna lie.
Yes, sir. So we have a generator up there, a portable one that we take with us. That over there in the corner, that is a laser level. So we use that for a lot of walls, concrete. It makes the job so much easier and so much faster. You can set it up, get your ground leveled, and it tells you if you need to go down, you need to go up. So if you need to add material, if you need to take material out, it literally tells you everything, and it's just quick and easy. And you can be on a job site with a machine, and you can scrape it out, put it on there, tell you you're good or you're not. So,
Wow,
but that thing right there,
not harder.
yes, that thing right there comes in handy a lot.
What the hell is
So this right here is our concrete buggy, but it is used for a lot of different things, just not for concrete. We use it a lot for if we're doing patios in the back of somebody's house. Basically, this is like almost a yard. It's might be a little less than a yard, but you could fill this up with concrete. You jump on the back of there, and literally it's like a grandstand. This right here is the handle. You move forward, turn. This is for your hydraulics. This is your handbrake. This right here is to dump it, to bring it back down. This little button right here, it actually swivels. So you can turn it this way and dump that way, or turn it this way and dump this way. But we use this a lot if we're in a backyard, we need to get concrete up there, or if we're doing a wall back there, we need to haul the dirt out. We'll load this up with the excavator, take it out to the front, dump it, have a skid steer in the front, scooping it up, dump it in the truck. We use this for mulch. We fill this up with mulch, take it in somebody's backyard, dump piles with it. We use this a lot.
Wow, multi-tool, multifaceted, multi-purpose.
Yes.
Wow, that's fire. I've never seen one of these before. Wow, this is dope. Yeah. I love doing these shop tours, man, because I learned so much. There's so much cool equipment whenever people been in the business for a minute, and that's why we do these shop tours, so you can see, man, you don't have to only do lawn maintenance like me. You could be like Ryan Allen here and the Allen brothers doing everything, man.
Right.
This is fire.
Right. So another thing, over here, we have two Wheelbarrows. They are actually power wheelbarrows with motors on them. These actually come in handy too, especially small backyards where we can't get this back there and we need to get stuff up a hill or something like that. Them things right there, you start them up, put whatever you need in there, them things pull you right up the hill.
Wow. Wow, man. I seen videos on that. I used one once. We went up to Penn Hills rental. I know Ryan goes there too because I see him there all the time. But they had those out, and I used one day because we had to go up a hill to do a mulch job that was up a hill before, and I didn't have my actually, I did have my multi-force. So I didn't want my other employee, Captain Jack, to be having to just haul, push things up and down this big hill. So we borrowed one of them down at Penn Hills rental. We actually demoed it. But yeah, we got to use that. That thing is fire, man. They cost like $1,000.
They do, but it's worth getting. It's definitely worth getting. So if you got it on hand, it's a little heavier, but my guys prefer using these than regular wheelbarrows, especially if we're doing block work or whatever. They like to put their block in there and they just go. All you got to do is steer it, hold it and steer it. That's it,
All right, I see this big machine that we got behind us. It looks like that's the new thing, but before we get to that, tell me about this thing.
Actually, this is the new piece of equipment we just bought. This is a Finn bark blower that we just bought. This thing right here, it's a lot of money, but it will pay for itself within a year. So with this, we can do big mulch jobs. And It cuts down on trying to have 4, 5, 6 guys there with wheelbarrows and everything like that. So basically what this machine is, there's a hose, got an extra piece of hose in there. On this side over here, you load your mulch up in here. It's literally a conveyor belt. It runs up, it has a wheel in there that actually feeds it. And all it does is it feeds the mulch down, comes down to the airlock system, and you hook your hoses up here and it just literally shoots out the mulch. And literally you just aim and shoot the mulch.
How many yards can this hold?
So this hopper can hold about 2 yards. It says 1.5 yards, but if you fill it up to the max, it can hold 2 yards. But you don't want to fill it all the way up because that's when you start getting clogs and everything like that, and that takes the time. So usually about halfway, feed it, you know, and just have somebody keep feeding it the whole entire time.
So you just have this like behind a dump truck?
Yeah, literally. So right here in the front, this is a chute. This comes down right here, and this is hooked up to the dump truck, and the guy right on the tailgate can just sit there and shovel mulch into it.
Wow.
Like literally.
Nice.
So you can literally have 2 guys doing a big mulch job, and one person could just be shoveling, the other guy's literally moving the hose and shooting the mulch down at the property. And you can literally this thing would probably do 10 yards an hour.
See, I got to do a shop tour with Q&A Landscaping over in another part of Pittsburgh, and they had a gigantic version of this, but now we get to see a slightly smaller one because his was like, I think you could put like 6 to 8 yards in that thing at one time. But this is another version of that same thing where you get to work smarter and not harder. I would love to have one of these. Personally, I can't afford this right now, but my goodness, just to be able to have the ability to not have to wheelbarrow things as much.
Yes.
You know, sometimes you're still gonna have to do that, I suppose, but this thing's dope. It says aim and shoot. Look at that. Aim and shoot. This thing's dope, bro. You got a lot of fire stuff in here. Can we talk about this thing over here now? So
over here, this is our Bobcat E26 excavator. It is a 2002, so coming up on its 3rd year here. Love this machine. This is probably, besides this right here, this is probably my favorite machine that I love using. Enclosed cab, I have AC in it, I have heat in it, so when I'm out there digging, I can just stay cool. I don't have to be out there. The window folds up, so if I want to talk or get better vision, I can fold that window up. Windows do open, door stays open. It has a hydraulic thumb on it. The only thing that this one doesn't have is the quick detach. So for me to change my buckets on here, I have to knock out a pin and then uncouple it and then put the bucket back on and then tap a pin back in it. But that's okay. That takes about 3 minutes to do, if that, you know. So this is probably my favorite piece of equipment. I love this because I could take this any and everywhere. I take this up hills, down hills, and in mud, everything. It gets the job done.
This is fire. I didn't even realize you got all the things.
So yeah, if you want to come down here, there's our wall with all of our weed eaters and hedge trimmers. As you can see, I'm a big steel guy, but I really do like Echo's weed eaters a lot. They're very light, and then you don't have to deal with all the engine components. Like I never had a Echo that I could not get started. It always started for me. I had steel that the valves had to be adjusted or whatever to use, and then I had to take it up to Penn Hills rental, have them do that. Then they finally got it started. So, but we use a lot of steel hedge trimmers. I'm a diehard fan of those. I love those, and I love the shorter ones.
Yeah.
So, and I got a small pair here that we use. Got some snow blowers here. Honestly, we didn't even get to really use these this year that much. Or we probably use it maybe one time. We use shovels most of the time for the snow and everything. But as I said, I got 2 Toro ones, and then that one is from a Home Depot. That's a Home Depot brand. Usually we don't take that one out. We usually just give that to my father. He does his own driveway with that.
Nice.
But this is one thing I did love for the winter.
Yep.
These shovels right here, and we get these off of Amazon. These make things quick and easy doing big walkways. So we do a lot of city walkways, so they're about 3 to 4 feet wide, and usually they want the whole thing cleared off. This right here, one swipe with this down the sidewalk, in and out. Somebody behind them throwing salt, We be in and out. We actually did a couple parking lots with this. So there was too many cars in there to get the truck in there. So we actually did the parking lot with this. And it took them about 10 minutes to do it with this. That's it.
That's fire.
So that's basically it for this garage. Let me take y'all over to the next one where all of our grandstands, walk behinds, lawnmowers is at.
Oh yeah, now we get to see the mowers and everything. It's my forte. That's what I like to see.
In here, starting in the back, we have 2 grandstands back there. So those 2 back there are 48 inches. This one right here is a 52 inch. We have a 36 inch walk behind we use. Back there we have the 21 inch mower, all Toros. Those ones are commercial grade there, commercial grade there. This one is like a semi commercial grade. So is this one. This is actually, these 2 are the same exact mower, but this one's the older model, this is the newer model. That one right there, my father, he loves that mower. It's very, very light for him, and it goes. This is just a mower that we got from Home Depot, one of the older ones. Right here is our dethatcher. As you know, season's getting ready to start up. You wanna get your yard together. It's about time to get your yard thatched, get it breathing, get your chemicals and everything down so you can get that green grass looking like a golf course. So this is another Toro mower, older one that we use. These 2 over here are 30-inch mowers that we have. We actually got one for backup, and we run one every day. So my guys actually like the 30-inch. I like the 36 because I can get that in most people's backyards. I prefer taking a walk behind back there, putting a bag on and going to town. You know, I don't mind walking with it and using it. But I am in the market looking for a Exmark 48 or 52 inch walk behind. I got a couple places that we just picked up that we needed for hills, and I don't mind using the grandstands, but when it gets wet out, they tend to slide a lot.
Yes,
so
they do. I agree. Man, I love it. You got a lot of stuff, bro. This is fire. I hope that you're getting something from this, because my mind's blown. I love seeing the people that do everything since I only focus on lawn maintenance. This is dope.
Sure.
This is dope, bro. So is that it?
So if one other thing, I'll take y'all to our office.
So I like these like portable buildings that, like, where do you get something like this?
So this one we got from Home Depot. We just ordered it through Home Depot. They delivered it and we put it up ourselves.
Yeah, you probably put the own concrete slab
Yeah, we
down?
poured our own concrete pad for this one and that over there. Poured both of them. That one that building back there we actually got out of town. They actually came and put that building up. It literally took them a day and a half to put that whole entire building up. But yeah, we put the footer, the floor, everything, and they came and put that one up, and we put this one up. Back here, behind our garages, this is a lot of our wood that we use for concrete and stuff. Once we form it up and we pour the concrete, we take the forms off, and this is what we do with it. We bring them back here, we leave it back here, but we're trying to get all this stuff inside so the rain and stuff don't warp the wood, you know, and keep it from rotting and everything like that.
Gotcha.
So,
It's fire.
so
All right, let's head inside. We're gonna see the office. Let's go.
in here is our office. So we have usually 1 to 2 secretaries that come in daily, one back here, one up here. During the week, we're usually open. If people want to come in and see the work that we do, we usually have slideshows up here on the TV that people could come in, drop their name off, what they want to get done. The secretary would take their information, get it out to us. We'll set up an appointment with them. We'll go out, we'll do an estimate, and then when the time's right, they come back in. We'll sit down, we'll write a contract up with them, they'll sign it, and then we'll just place them on their schedule and everything like that.
This is so fire, yo. I love doing these shop tours. I learn something new every time, and I see something new every time. This is one of the best offices that I've ever seen. One more question for you. Why should someone start a service business this year?
My take on it, why you should start one. I mean, there's so much work out here to get and money to be made. Like it's a good thing, and it's a learning experience. It's a good learning experience. Like you learn a lot of stuff, and you meet people that you can talk to and give you advice and everything like that. Like it's something good. And then for me, if you like to be outdoors, then this is something you should try. You know, you be outdoors, you're in nice weather all the time. You know, you get to enjoy the scenery. You know.
I love it, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for letting me come through.
Yes, sir.
It's been a pleasure to do this shop tour with you. As always, I love you, I appreciate you, and I wish you nothing but success. And remember, the Creator created you to be creative, so get out there and create whatever you want in your life. Cause Ryan and me, we out. Peace.